really start to connect to your heart, understand yourself, understand what it is that you would love, and start to
Yeah.
allow yourself.
So let's welcome Suzana Mihajlovic. Hi, Suzana.
Hello, good morning, Beatriz. So good to be here. Thank you for having me on your show.
For us, for me and the audience, is really an honor having you here, with such experience and such light in yourself to share with us a little bit of your knowledge, your experience, your mind. And I always start this podcast with a question. When you hear the sentence, allow yourself, what comes to mind?
Oh, wow. I love that. I love that. So allow yourself. So first of all, to answer the first part of your question, just very shortly, you've really summed it up. 35 years in human potential and leadership. And now I work with people in my own practice, my own business, helping them stretch and go beyond whatever it is that they've imagined for themselves. So allow yourself. So for me, that's such, I love that. It really, it is multidimensional. I mean, it all comes to the mind, but it's multidimensional. So for me, allow yourself is really challenging those thoughts and feelings and programs that are within us that tell us we are not.
Oh, that's a beautiful definition.
Yeah, on every level. So we may have had the message as a child, or we picked up the message that we are not smart enough, or that we're not, that we're not good enough, or all of that chatter that the human experience has in the mind. To me, allowing yourself is to really challenge that, and also to move from here to here. There's
From your mind to your heart.
from your mind to your heart. So I love it that we are living in an era, in an age, Beatrice, right now, that there is so much research and evidence showing the wisdom of your heart. In fact, there's over 30 years of research by the Heart Math Institute and so many other people that have proven your heart is your first mind. Okay, so there's more signals. Your heart sends more signals to your brain than anywhere else. There's proof that intuition is absolutely real. We have a higher guidance. This is science. This is no longer woo-woo. So for me, allowing yourself, let's go a little bit deeper than the chatter, is really connecting with the inner and knowing yourself inside. And if your heart is calling you to do something, to be someone, to step out and take a risk, to buy that dress, whatever it is, to go on that holiday. If your heart is really, really wanting more, allow yourself means following your heart, trusting it, even though it might be scary, and breaking free from a life that is mundane, that is ordinary, to a life that you're meant to be living, which is extraordinary.
Yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful. Yes, the research says that the heart is your first mind, is what tells you the how. It tells you the what, your mind tells you the how, and the gut tells you the when to do it or when not to do it. If it's the intuition, the three connecting. So I really love these definitions of challenging your thoughts, your feelings are your limits, because you start with your vibration and everything is from inside. But usually, that Susana, that people tend to look for the answers outside, to see what's going around, and what it really is that we need just a trigger, right, to find our answers inside.
Yeah.
So you have so much experience with this and so much knowledge that if we have to go back to the other era, like when we were 15 years old or when you were 15 years old, what would you tell your teenager?
Gosh, that's a great question too. So I was an insecure teenager. I had acne, and I would really look her in the eye and just tell her, you are on track. Because I was one that was always very intuitive. And I would follow my heart. Well, I would listen, I would hear my heart, but I wouldn't necessarily believe that I could achieve it. And I was a dreamer. So I would really tell her that anything is possible. She is more than what she has ever imagined herself to be. And don't worry. Don't worry. Just enjoy life. Everything is going to work out.
Ay, that's beautiful. How different we would be if we were told that when we were younger. And this is really nice because at this era, we can tell our kids and we can tell our teenagers that everything is possible. Just you can do it. Like Henry Ford said, if you believe you can do it or you believe you cannot do it, in both cases, you're correct. You're right. So can you tell us story or a part of your life when you really had to allow yourself to do something to challenge and break that fear or whatever it came, that or limit or belief that didn't allow you to
Yeah,
proceed, that you said, okay, I'm allowing myself to do that?
yeah, absolutely. I've had many occasions like that. And even though I've been working in this field for 35 years, even to this day, there are many occasions like that. So um, I was very blessed to have a father that had big dreams for me. So my parents were migrants from Serbia to Australia, or immigrants from Serbia to Australia, and they came here for a better life. So my father saw the opportunities for me, and he would always say to me, you're going to be a doctor. You're going to be my doctor. Here's my doctor. She's going to be a doctor. And they saw the potential in me at school, but I never wanted to be a doctor, ever. I would just say it to please him. But what he did for me, he helped me dream. So I was dreaming at a young age. Okay, so I've always had big dreams and big goals and would know anything is possible and have achieved them. One of those things was, you mentioned I work with Bob Proctor. I was dreaming that for years before it was actually realized. But in the pursuit, when I finally decide to fully go for the dream, there is still doubt, and there is still a stretch that I need to make in terms of my own self-image. So an example of that was, so I had a very successful career in the job, in senior management, very successful. And intuition for many years was saying to me, you've got to stop the job and start your own business. And I was so scared. And then finally, 2017, I made the decision to quit my six-figure secure, and it was secure. They even during a restructure, they wanted to keep me on. Um, uh, I decided to just leave full-time employment when I had two mortgages. They were my mortgages, not shared with my partner. And I decided to leave then. And I thought that I would work it out just like I did in my jobs. But it took me about 18 months to actually get my business and the momentum going. So that was a time for me. So it was such a strong mindset shift, strong self-image shift from being in a job and being paid by someone else. And then all of a sudden you're on your own and you've got to, the only way you can help people is to learn to sell. And you had to work it out. And for me, it was when that self-image inside me finally decided to change, things just started to skyrocket. So that's an example.
Oh, that's beautiful. But for those people that are listening to us, this is only the part one that we'll have with Suzana, but because we both are stretching time, but there will be a part B because there is so much knowledge and so much information to share and experiences that we can learn all about it that I'm going to say just for this short podcast is what is your takeout, Suzana? In one word, what is your takeout from this small conversation?
From our interaction,
Yes.
I loved your question about the first one. What was
Allow
it?
yourself. Allow
Yes,
yourself.
allow
Mhm.
yourself. Allow yourself.
Ah,
Thank you
amazing.
for that. I'm even thinking deeper, where am I not allowing myself? So, so my takeaway is allow yourself. And if there is one message, for your audience, it would be really start to connect to your heart. Understand yourself, understand what it is that you would love, and start to
Yeah.
allow yourself.
Allow yourself to connect to your heart. That's beautiful, especially when we think that all the limitations are out there. But the truth is that all the limitations are inside us. We are the ones that limit ourselves. We are the ones that put the ceiling on top of our head and that we're not allowed to do a lot of things and to spend money, to study, to research, and something even easier that a lot of us still don't allow, although I'm not there, but a lot of us is to pause and to rest without feeling guilty in doing nothing. And that's so important. So, Suzana, I know that we are going to another place. So, thank you very much for sharing your heart, your journey, and your wisdom with us today. Because this conversation is about to be continued, but it's a powerful reminder, really, that allowing ourselves is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice of courage, of grace, of self-trust. And just for all of you that are listening, I wish you and allow you to give yourself permission to take space, to take time to rest, to begin again, and especially to become all that you are meant to be. So, thank you very much for listening. See you next time.